Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday morning, the 25th of June. My name's Barry Fair, and I'm all set to bring you the belated part two of our video, which we were going to start at 1:30 in the afternoon, but unfortunately we had to postpone that. But anyway, all is good now, and the time is 20 minutes after 10 o'clock here on Tuesday morning, a wet Tuesday morning, actually. And before we open the show, please take it easy on those roads out there and don't be an idiot on the road or have a road rage attack, because that's not how Sydney drivers should behave. And now, with the opening sequence of part two of our video, and part two is all going to be about organising and announcing properly the refresher. Here is my upsider now to join me in the studio. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, Barry, and good morning, viewers. It's so nice to be back on the show. I'm very excited to talk about the importance of keeping organized during an outing.
Okay, well, on previous YouTube videos that I have done here at St. Ives Cavs, it's also very important to show respect on an outing, which we will get to shortly. But first, just a recap on how to organize an outing properly and consider the weather conditions. If the weather is not looking too good, drivers, please don't take the climbs somewhere where it's gonna pour down with rain. So you don't want to get the clients wet or yourselves wet. And for those in electric wheelchairs, if you haven't got gear to cover your chair and your batteries, and the water gets in to the batteries, that's it. Your chair could stop somewhere and you'd be stuck. So here's my upside, and now with her opening sequence about this.
Yeah, make sure you always cover your wheelchairs or are under shelter so that nothing can go wrong. You don't want to end up somewhere and the wheelchair stops working, because in that case, what would you do, Barry? Would you have to call an ambulance or something to get them? Because how else would you get them out the chair?
Well, you would. Well, you would have to ring the house and tell them what's happened. Okay, and then probably call a taxi or just go back to St. Ives Cavs. And
Would you have to get a new battery?
well, if the battery's got water in it, I think so.
Yeah, and that would be a very stressful situation. So best is to always cover your wheelchair.
Yeah. So another thing on today's show, which we'll get on to after the conclusion of the related part two section, okay, is behaving appropriately on an outing, which we'll also get to as well. But make sure, guys, you have a good time out, and make sure that the clients who you are assisting with okay, they have a good time as well. Here's my offside.
Yeah, you always want to come into the scene energetic and happy and make sure that you project this out to your clients because they want to go home feeling that they've enjoyed their day.
And also make sure that the clients have enough money to buy a pie or something if the restaurants won't blend their food. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, make sure that you have their lunches or their money so that they always have an opportunity to have food because you don't want to you don't want any starving clients.
And that would never do.
No.
So to close part 2 of our show, I'd just like to recap on what we've just said. Okay, behaving appropriately, and here's my offside.
Yeah. In saying all this, make sure you give respect to clients, behave appropriately, make sure everything is packed, and that you are aware of weather conditions.
And make sure that you have enough diesel to get to and from your destination. And like I've always said on the show here at Ten Dives, have a meeting about where you're going to go, how far the destination is, and what time you need to leave here to get to your destination. Here's my upsider for her closing message before we head on to today's show.
Yeah, always make sure you have enough petrol, that
Or
you
diesel.
because you don't want to stop in the middle of the road and having to pay for an OMA to come or ruining the days for the clients because that way they can't go out on the outing anymore. So make sure everything's always prepared the day before.
And also make sure you are prepared for a medical emergency as well. Make sure you know where you are so you can tell the ambulance service where to come to. Here's my offsider for her second closing message about this before we head on to today's show.
Yeah, always make sure you are aware of all the clients' needs, such as medical and nutrition and everything, because that way there's less of a chance for a call to the ambulance.
And that is part 2 of our show, which we apologize for not bringing to you a couple of weeks ago. Now, here is today's show. I'm Barry Fear. Thanks for joining us here today.